Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome to Ramadan Reminders by Sapience Institute. In Surah Al-Qasas of the Quran, chapter 28, revealed in Mecca, Allah gives us much information, many stories, many narratives about prophets of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and their divine instructions to call their people back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But you also find this amazing juxtaposing of calls, in fact, or displays of character from rulers who had power and they were good with the power, and rulers who had power but they were bad with the power. And the two examples here are the example of Musa alayhi salam and Qarun. The verse in question concerns, in fact, Qarun, but you'll see how they juxtapose his words with Musa's words alayhi salam. Qarun, Allah says, was one of those temporal rulers in the time of Musa alayhi salam, and was with Fir'aun in causing havoc to the people. فَبَغَى عَلَيْهِمْ, Allah says that he kind of was rebellious over them, Musa's people. And Allah says, وَأَتَيْنَاهُ مِنَ الْكُنُوزِ, we gave him treasures. And it would have taken a band of strong men to carry the keys to those treasures. He had so much money and stuff with him. And the people, when they saw that, they said to Qarun, Qarun, لَا تَفْرَحْ, don't exalt. Seek whatever Allah has given you as an investment for the next life. And take your portion from the dunya, that's fine. Don't sow corruption on the earth. Allah doesn't love those who sow corruption on the earth. But he was so overcome with his own self-indulgence and gluttony, he didn't hear that call, meaning he didn't hear it in his heart. And he said these words, he says, قال إنما أوتيت على علم عندي. He says, whatever I have is because of my own knowledge. That I made it in life because of whatever I've done in life. He was so full of self, pride and arrogance. Whatever I have is because of my own doing. And Allah says, أَوَلَا يَعْلَمْ, did you not know, realize, Allah destroys people before him, nations, مَنْ هُوَ أَشَدُّ مِنْ قُوَّةٍ وَأَكْثَرُ جَمْعًا, those who had more power than him and more money and more things than he had. Allah destroyed those people before him. So Qarun, Allah is saying, therefore, it's not unique in saying this stuff, but it's saying it, of course, helps us to understand the character of who this person was. Arrogant, proud, self-conceited, self-indulgent, tyrannical being Qarun, that the words in fact reflect the personality of this person. He says, whatever I have, because of my own self-doing. Now Musa alayhi salam mentioned in the same surah, in fact, his words, his prayer as well, because he gets to Madian. He is chased out of Egypt, gets to Madian. And when he gets there, he encounters these girls trying to water their sheep. They can't because the men are doing it, and their father is an old man and he can't water the sheep. And he asks them, مَا خَطْبُكُمَا, what is up with you two? And they said, our father's old man, we have to water the sheep. And so Allah says, فَسَقَى لَهُمَا, he watered the sheep for them as an act of goodness for them. Then Allah says, ثُمَّ تَوَلَّ إِلَى الظِّلِّ, then he turned towards the shade, meaning he kept himself not in their presence so long that they were going to thank him for that, because it's about being humble. But then his prayer is, فَقَالِ, he says, رَبِّي إِنِّي لَمَا أَنزَلْتَ إِلَيَّ مِنْ خَيْرٍ فَقِيرٌ, whatever you've blessed me with, O Allah, I'm desperately in need of. I'm desperately in need of whatever good you've sent me in my life. If you compare this with Qarun's words in the same surah, you'll see how faith speaks a language and disbelief speaks another kind of language. Qarun's disbelief spoke those words because it's not about Allah or about Allah's blessings or Allah's kindness to him, nothing to do with that. It's about himself, nafsi, nafsi, myself, myself. But Musa's words speaks a language of faith, the language of iman, the language of humility, language of recognition. My Lord, whatever you've blessed me with, I'm desperately in need of anything else you give me, I'm desperately in need of that. And that's how the believer should be in life. Ramadan is a reminder for us to be and think like that. May Allah always make it so for all of us. Allahumma ameen.